Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Currently there are two suspension frames for aggressive skating on the market. This is the Lftovrs, it's an aluminum frame with 4 independent arms, and this is the Kizer suspension frame. This one also have 4 suspension arms, but these one have basically one bolt here, which is one axle for 2 arms. So 2 arms are using the same axle, while these ones have 4 independent axles with 4 independent arms. I will try to explain that a bit better in a little bit, but for now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be skating one of each in each boot. I'll be using the same boot, the same wheels, just a different frame. It's not a scientific test. I will try to share some personal opinions, and I am not as good with my left foot on every single trick as I am with my right foot. I don't always ride with the left foot in front or not always with the right, but I'm not, I don't know if I can say this word, ambidextrous. So I will try to feel how each frame feels on each foot, knowing that I don't have the same amount of skill or that I don't do everything the same with both feet. So let's see how this goes.
I got a job in the valley, but today I didn't go. I need a day off, but the boss says hell no. I'm gonna get drunk and smoke 3 packs of Marlboros. And part of me thinks I ain't ever gonna make it back home. I got a wife at the house, but she got no love for me. Dropped on the couch on the phone watching TV.
Okay, so full session, mainly on the park, and I also went into the cobble because honestly that's what I really feel, that having a suspension frame has the biggest advantage. Anyway, let me just take my headphones, it's freaking me out. Okay, so here we go. One full session with one frame on each feet, and I think I could feel some noticeable difference. And I think the most obvious one was that the plastic frame, the Kizer frame, is much softer when it comes to a suspension frame. And I'm not talking about the base of the frame. Obviously an aluminum frame will be harder, but the suspension of the Kizer frame, you feel it a lot more. You really feel it a lot more. So you feel like there's more movement on the wheels. So especially when I go on the cobble, I feel less vibration. And even when I went on that really rough road, I also felt less of the road with these frames than with these. So somehow the Lftovrs frame, it reminds me a lot more of the solo frames, which is obvious because they are an aluminum frame. So they actually really feel like a race car, if that makes sense. It's very stiff, but when you ride on the ramps, you still feel that little extra push. When you enter the ramps, it's not, you don't feel the exact same as you would feel on a regular frame. Obviously, you feel more of a suspension on these than you would feel on a non-suspension frame, but it's not very springy, at least to me. Probably because it also has less space for the arms to move. When I look here, I see about like 5 millimeters for the arms to move on the leftovers. While on these one, I see almost 1 centimeter of movement that the wheel can go up and down. So there's a lot more movement that the wheels can do on the Kizer frame. Also, obviously, when it comes to grinding on these, because I have when I do groove tricks, it's like a regular frame. I could do Torx and it's normal. But when I do sole tricks, this is like a solo frame, like another aluminum frame. So the sole tricks, it's a bit more unpredictable. I love the noise that they do, but when you do like a Machio trick or an alley-oop trick, I was scared to do alley-oop tricks with this. I know I can do them, I've done them before, but trying to do an alley-oop Machio with these or a true Machio, I felt a bit sticky, and I also didn't bring wax. While with the plastic frame, I already know what to expect. I know how it's gonna slide, so it's a lot more predictable. In that sense, I would say I like these more. Now, when it comes to speed, like I went on the bowl and I was trying to do a couple carves and all that. Somehow, the Lftovrs remind me more of a regular frame. They still have that extra speed that the suspension gives you, and it does give you an extra speed, but it's more similar to a regular frame. While the Kizer one, everything is like, I don't want to say sluggish, but it's like you feel like you get, it's kind of like you dig in the ramp, if that makes sense. It's like when you carve, this would be the race car, this will be the family car, you know, like the soft pillow, which it's still fast. It's still faster than the regular frame. It really is faster than a regular frame, at least to me. Now, is this faster than an aluminum frame? Honestly, I still think it is. I still think it is. When I skate a bowl, I still think the suspension work on this frame will give me a little bit of extra boost. And for someone that doesn't skate this type of frames, you might be thinking, oh, how is the suspension going to give you more speed? I don't know exactly how. I think having all the wheels all the time on the ground, because somehow the skate adapts, and when I enter the ramp with these ones, I kind of feel like they always adapt even more than these. Example, like when I go on a ramp like a flat bank, these ones you can feel them going up, but not as much as these. So I know it's getting a bit confusing here, but at the end, like, I think this is more like a race car. You go faster with this if you want to skate a bowl. Grinding ability is a little bit less with this, mainly because of the sole tricks. On these ones, it's just like a regular frame to grind. Honestly, I like how they grind. You have more range of motion, meaning that like the arms have more range of motion, and you feel that. So they are softer, but they're still extremely fast. Also, something that I tested was doing sass slides. Sass slides on these is more like a wheel slide on a free skate, because of the frame walls being so slim. So you don't really touch the frame walls as much. Like when I first had them with the aluminum block, that was a problem because the frame walls were digging, and that was a problem. Now that the H blocks are like round here, it's good. I have no problems with that. But still, when I sass slide with these, it's not really a sass slide, it's more of a wheel slide. But yeah, because it's a low frame, the sole plate touches. So you can say that's maybe easier to control. You have one plastic frame touching, which is the sole plate and the wheel, and you can somehow control. While on these ones, you are sliding on two plastic surfaces most of the time, the frame and the boot. So this can somehow be faster sometimes, that you can slide out. But at the end of the day, it's hard. I would say if you're gonna be skating street, these for sure. If you want to skate a bowl, probably this. So if I need to choose one, if I have one only that I can choose, I'll probably go with the Kizer. but I still love how these ones feel. So yeah, that's where I am right now. Now, I do know that Create Originals have a new frame. The CRS is back. Like, they are happy with what they've done with the new one that is coming out. It costs $250 for the regular version, and the Austin Pass costs $300. I may be getting those, and then I'll compare them with both of these. So if you want to see that, here's what you're going to do. You're going to subscribe to this channel, you're going to give me a thumbs up, and you're going to let me know in the comments that you want to see that on a new video, and I'll try to buy those frames, and that is it. I think it's important to just mention that I did pay full price for these, and these ones were shipped to me for free, but I'm trying to not be influenced at all by that. I did work for the brand that makes these in the past. I never worked for this brand, and I have, yeah, I don't know where my biases are right now, but I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you. This is it. 2 suspension frames. You choose the one you like. Cheers. Don't forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun.